where connection thrives in the absence of power. Embrace the power of the sun with StarTime's solar range of solutions. And empower your journey towards a brighter tomorrow. StarTime Solar. Power your life.
Kisi TV amandegere y'umuguzi
ine kwabere gukurigia amachibu ya marwira aberiga kuguchanda senga kentambe totwara bwabobono ekyagere duka ya customer based herbal clinic ya chire neri chibu ya bene asokorentera maryogo arosire kurwa semete nobo manyibwa igoro na gwanchirwa gutumeka semebere ya moya banto okorwa sechinse ao buna India, China, United Kingdom, European countries, United States of America na yande kurwa sense ya Kenya. Amaryoga abo nkubeni ara marwire aho buna chi allergies, chi ulcer, amanyinga wakaigorose high blood pressure, arthritis, asthma, diabetes, endrume, fibroids, STIs na yanda mange. Banyore aseduka yabo egotoka segeswero gose main entrance ya Boss Farm Plaza egotoka katikati ya Kisi Blood Bank na Kisi Main Stage.
Intuka Customer Best Herbal Clinic toka nyombe ngia ya Boss Farm Plaza ground floor no swaiga nditore nge sieri igoro antu watamaryo hapo dokura marere na arthritis, diabetes, high blood pressure, ulcers na mangabo amarego itari igorire insebuya oranyara no naikoira togo tugutera karibu
voigon nabo kubanyoro gwetera sichi namba chesi mi 0710 540 968 gose 0733 990 052. Customer Best Herbal Clinic. Your health is your wealth.
Kisi TV amandegere y'umuguzi
Edu Computers ni duka maarufu katika uuzaji wa kompyuta, laptops na mashini zingine nyingi kwa muda mrefu sasa. Wanapatikana katika mji wa Kisii katika jumba la Uhuru Plaza, ghorofa ya kwanza karibu na soko la Marikiti. Wanatoa huduma mbalimbali kama uuzaji wa laptop za brand tofauti, computer accessories, storage facilities kama flash disks, memory cards, hard disks, miongoni mwa huduma zingine nyingi. Pia wanafanya software installation na computer repair. Wanauza data transfer cables, mouse, laptop bags, power banks, earphones, keyboards na vitu vingine vingi. Aidha wanafanya CCTV installation na kuuza CCTV cameras za viwango vya juu mno. Maduka yao yanafunguliwa kila siku ya wiki kuanzia saa 1 asubuhi hadi saa 2 usiku, huku weekendi wakifungua siku ya Jumamosi kuanzia saa 2 asubuhi hadi saa 1 jioni. Kwa mengi zaidi wasiliana nao kwa nambari ya simu 0702 610 894. Watembelee Edu Computers upate huduma sahihi na ambao utafurahia.
Alright, mbia muno kegima umwancho morigererio KCTV wendete kubwati murobire bwenyoni emambi ya lero emaye studio nigo mwate omogeni oyitura chikunyara gukwanira igoro iyo gucengera rituko ryo kwinyura baburaka imeye nsengima na chikunyara kubakwanya bega kunyara kwemanya erito bere to kunyara gusanga sobwa wika chinsa ibere chiamambi wa kirema.
Pia mana sana Joan.
Karibu sana. Yes, looking beautiful as ever.
Thank you very much.
How old are you? 16? 21? Ikienda mbali?
21 with 35 years experience. That tells you I'm 56.
Wow, you don't even look kama hiyo.
Really?
The farthest naweza kuwekea ni 41.
Oh.
The farthest ile ya hapa ni kubaya.
Amazing.
That is what I'm telling you, you look really young.
I'm thankful, I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Utatuambia
yes.
Siri ni gani?
Siri niko nazo nyingi lakini sitoani bure sasa.
Alright, mukwani mugusimu tebi na kiokoro kwa sekwarwa gakia bantu bago bare kigwe kirege gase studio mambia lero.
Mama gusi bwakire bya. Nini no mogoko sana kubaga igango akiranya sambia muno sengenche yake ukyobugima. Onyarire gutwari tukorige ni ritukoria Jumanne na ninde no mogoko kubaga igase studio ya KCFM. KCTV. Yeah. Onkoro ku Janet Omani igondo munyagitari bwetugo ngokora na veterinary services.
Yes.
As a Kisii County. Atambe nayo wetra segasi aneyo gukora na abarimi ase myake menge.
Yes.
Na nyarire ko tangamana na the society. Wetra sa yunkanyara ko twar no bwanjanyo bonene sana about the social welfare of our people. Bono asobono iga ama social wellness advocate.
Yes.
Nabo ngotangamana n'abantu baito chi familia at least to get to know which challenges they have bali babwate challenges and is there any way that bananyare ko we daraja igera batamboke ko rugali asebare at the same time ne mediator and certified trained and twanyora mnamangana mange y'abantu baito igako end up kotini asa kwenda aira chinga kichintambe abantu ba end up will give up.
Yes.
So mediation is another justice resolution system whereby abantu nabo bago chamo they can talk by one another and benefits nechi nyingi sana. Nago kire sana omusubati oyo umunyakieni gana banchi getenchi chegaiga egera tunyare gukwanira ritukeri igo nabakarabishire mwensi egera tunyare gusanga asege ikareke.
Right, guys, nafaa ku turn 15 years this year. Miaka inasonga. Yeah, bueno, kote topwanere igoro ya esabari yo buburaka. Na ritukoria Jumatatu chitariki 23 kiro mutinyo gatana ari kero mwaka nigo rigure rituko ryo kunyara komanya na kunyara kubacengera baburaka asoko banyoringa na barabo nabo bahako konyara na tuchakene ritukoria Jumaine ari Jumatatu umuyego yiga obeto kunyara gukorekana Emea West Mugirango constituency ya county Nyamira umuyego obeto kunyara kurau no first lady Rachel Ruto no arenge gari amona barai au bakaba bakunyara kurubo manya mono bosemia bakaba liberera bakabatebya bange na soka kwane etachiro mete twarurira mangasa chinyomba okobo muburaka gwaseri bwo unereri bwo buremo ebintu mbiro bigokorekanera ababuraka bande bakirete bya kunyunyu batari gukwana turarigereria gikareke turacha tobeto kunyara kurigereria esabari yao nae uno muburaka nasemya keyenga kwabeire naye ndamange ne ujumbe yawo gucia asumuburaka sikugaya Yvonne Muriasi ne robete gakunyara gutwariganiria orobotyo rigasinchira yoboikerano.
chinga kiensengima yari guchingira rituko lya baboraka umuyego uyu nigoragwa no murugi bwo murayo monene bwensasi skuru iyo borose ya bugo egotoka sewadi ya nyamaiya ebunge ya West Mogrango me county ya Nyamira sababoraka ne chintakana kurwase chinsemo ao bachichamo chinga kiecho mama Margaret Ruto nigaba ogosemeria na obosemia.
You are not forgotten. Like Maria, you are not alone. Your pain is valid. Your strength is recognized, and your future matters. The government of Kenya remains committed to working alongside you, expanding access to capital, protecting your rights, restoring your dignity, and nurturing your emotional and spiritual healing. Ukisikia kwamba kuna jambo ambalo serikali inafanya, tafadhali uweze kujihusisha na hilo jambo. Wakati nilikuwa naenda katika nchi yetu ya Kenya kuongea na kina mama, nilikuwa nawaambia kwamba hata ukisikia kwamba kuna barasa ya chief ambaye imeitwa, usiseme kwamba mimi ni mama ama mimi tu ni mama mjane siwezi enda. Tafadhali uweze kufika hapa, uweze kujua kwamba chief leo anatuambia nini. Na jambo la muhimu kina mama ni kwamba serikali ya leo haiwezi kukupata wewe mama ukiwa nyumbani peke yako. Mnanisikia kina mama? Najua mtu mmoja, sisi wa Kenya ni karibu milioni 50 na serikali haiwezi kukupata wewe. Ni vizuri kina mama tuweze kuingia katika vikundi. Na najua kwamba tuko katika vikundi. Maana nimesikia hata wakati Beatrice ameongea, wakati Harriet ameongea, watu wamesema kwamba kina mama mko katika vikundi. Hiyo vikundi iweze kuwahudumia. Serikali iko na mambo mengi sana ambayo inaweza kusaidia kina mama. Umesikia mambo ya Hustler Fund. Hapa katika counties, mambo ya devolution imelete mambo mazuri kukuja chini kwa kina mama. Kwa hivyo kina mama nataka tu kusema kwamba tukiingia katika hiyo vikundi tena tusivunje hiyo vikundi.
Egatia barai banyamira bo baikirana somo yego uyu niko bachengira babora kase boigo baligeteri chikorio ko balenda gutingigwa.
Nataka kusimama mbele yenu niwaambie kuna sheria tosha katika katiba na sheria za nchi za kuprotect our widows and orphans. Tuko na Children's Act, tuko na Succession Act. Mimi nataka tuamue kutoka siku ya leo, tuamue tutekeleze sheria za nchi za Kenya, tujue mali ya jamii, mke na mmewe, hiyo ni mali yao, sio mali ya jamii. Na hakuna brother-in-law ana ruhusa ya kwenda kudai mali ya ndugu yake eti kwa sababu ndugu yake amekufa bibi yake. Sasa si wa maana tena, yeye ndugu yake ndio wa maana kwenda kurithi mali ya ndugu yake.
All widows in this world, we celebrate you. Congratulations, this is your day. May the Lord take care of you as you take care of your families, minus your husbands.
Asense menda baboraka niko baerera egatie michanderia bagoitera.
Ujane huja wakati wowote, kwa dakika moja, wakati wowote ule ambapo mwanamke mume wake anapoteza maisha. Na wakati ujane unaingia, maisha huwa yanabadilika. Wamama wenzetu wale ambao katika maisha ya ndoa tulikuwa marafiki, wanabadilika, wanatutoroka. Wakati mwingine tunafika katika maisha ya ujane tunakuwa stigmatized. Stigma yenyewe inakuja kwa hivi. Tunafika tunaogopwa. Tunaonekana ya kuwa sisi tutanyang'anya, tutachukua mabwana ya wale wenye wako. Wakati mwingine mwelekeo unabadilika. Stories zinageuka. Society, community ile ambayo tulikuwa tuko pamoja wakati tukiwa katika ndoa inatugeuka. Mpaka jamii ile ambayo tunatoka. Tunaanzwa na mambo ya kuitwa ya kuwa sisi tumeua waume wetu. Hapo ndio mahali maisha huwa inaanzia kubadilika.
Ekerenga kiomo yego uyu niko kiarenga chintakana na maganiabo abwase bamwakira mama taifa ng'ambu ya soko genderera kubainyora na kubasira.
Tunashukuru kwa dhati mama wa taifa kwa moyo wako na huruma kujitolea katika kutuhudumia sisi mayatima na wajane, kutupatia juhudi zako zisizochoka. Umewapa wengi matumaini mapya na nafasi ya kuendelea na maisha kwa heshima na utu.
Kuripotera KCTV kurwase kaunti ya Nyamira, Nche Yvonne Muriasi.
Widows Day yakorekana teme ya Nyamira mo first lady no arengere choruto tocha sole ine ritukiriga ndi bwate mane ndio nzucha sole ritukiriga ria baburaka na emyakerenga kwa bere mu buraka.
Mbia muno sana John. Ritukoria widows nabonda tebamna it's an important day. Ekera tairi tukoria renge koba uchengeruga iga Kenya oka. It is a day that was decided by the UN.
Yes.
General Conference. Na endemba bwate aim weye ya renge gutaka guchengera baburaka kurigererie ubugima bwabo, some of the hardships jiriba konyora ekero babeira baburaka. Ono litukeri igodi gotwara significance ekero okoira na back origereringa in the years kwa beire widow. What has changed? Na ndonye ndiri narenge ko celebrate in my own way. Yes, nabongo tabana ndibwate significance ekiagera igekorera mna the general population has accepted that there is a widow within the society. And these are people that you cannot do without.
Yes.
Nobody, they are there every day, and not only widows, we even have widowers. But in Tora International Widowers Day, so I want to imagine that Bete specifically created because of the women movement. So widows were very able to fight for their space within society, such that it can be recognized.
Yes.
A day like this becomes very significant when you look back and see like what is the society's view towards widows.
Yeah.
How far has the widows' rights been advocated for? Are there any groups that are seriously fighting for the widows? Is there any budgetary allocation? Let's say to the widows who are really desperate. They have no source of income. Uplift that family. The family is in continuity. When all these things are taken care of, then this day becomes very significant for all widows. But in the heart, as a widow, at least we are remembered. The world remembers us. The world sees us. The world is aware that we exist. Nchomanyana na nyadi rekobe widow for the last 5 years. Yeah, since my husband died, the journey has been a journey. Nabonda nyari whatever igo join.
Wow. Nga ya beteke kunyara ko ba ko muno emotionally ama practically. You have to do everything on your own. Uno mubura ka gusumutakano gusenke birengererio ko burano nyo yo kwandera. Support ki kwa beteke kunyara kwa se family na society when it comes to the same.
I think I can talk about emotional and practical. Tukunyara kukwana about the emotional without the practical.
Okay.
They are very related. Because first of all, practically, your husband has died.
Yeah.
The father of your children. Your support, your pillar, depending on how my husband never their own household recreated for them within the family. So when the husband dies, practically is gone, but unakuwa na ule msongamano wa mawazo. There is society initially radio mwaka asirire. I think igere very African that ekarumonta asirira bantu bago chamo bale ramo and basanga obobebolya. But after the burial, kwanyora muna watigaira yobweka.
Yes.
It is you and your children and your widowhood to maneuver these paths egere onyare korora how to survive. So unless any widow, you come to that point of accepting that yes, omugaka bwenkeye bwanotaiyo. And as such, there is a double burden upon you, because omugaka diriarororo nabwate a position yaye eriago play within the family. Wonorurororo. So you have to really come to that acceptance that yes, I am widowed. Naende tikango tebi Joanuna, it's not easy. It is not easy.
Kare asumugusi ko ingiro barengetu ki moburaka oyo muntu nero muri umutakano gusomuburaka umutakano wetinki nabaswati umuburaka no musacha sekeusi.
Yes.
Ono yoro umutakano nero bucho koruyera. Ono in the process kunya ku understand during this has really happened. Let me give you a story briefly how I hated Luya men. I happened to Nasomete Masidempliro University, and it happened that Kwaploti, where I used to stay, the mother to the landlady, the father to the landlady died. So the mother is becoming a widow. And na sasa because landlord alikuanga firstborn na amejenga tu kwa nyumba yake hapo and everything, so watu wangekuja, and then kwa mama yake ni hapa chini, so we used, it was just a funeral place. So alafu hapo kando kuna mto, there is a river. So every morning at 4 in the morning, before everyone wakes up, the widow anaamshwa, unapelekwa mtoni kabla mtu yote achote yale maji, unapigwa coffee with the brother to the husband, the first one, the second one, and the third one unaitika na jina ya the late husband. And kama mvua imenyesha, you'll have to take a shower ile maji amachali batache teskali na rowe sibi bunara makendo usama achali aro chama tanga nyembura takolitiki tetweti ama tukayo ya matanga tuligosie kagesieri onde bwensi otagete kende neba niba kuli konya tonete mwao ago chaje imoki otali kobori
Neyo muburaka.
Anything in your house that anyone ever admired, they take it.
Yes.
And you don't have to ask. Ugali inapikwa, inakaushwa, inapikwa, inakaushwa, inapikwa, inakaushwa. By the time they're done with that ugali, you say, Lord, please no, I can't eat this one.
That's for the widow.
Yeah, the widow. Sasa ndiye anapikiwa. Ugali inapikwa, inaekelewa kwa mabati fulani, inafunikwa, inaendelea kukua ngumu, inageuzwa tena until it becomes ugali. When they say Luyas respect ugali, that is ugali they are talking about. Unadhani umekula simiti. And many more. And I was like, no to Luya men. You tell me why you love to beat me up because I've lost my husband. Tell me why I'll have to feel this. Alafu there was no sad moment like that day matanga imeisha, that night. Sasa hakuna ngoma. People wenye walikuwa kesha wameenda. Hata sisi sasa kuna silence kwa ploti. As you go to sleep you ask yourself, where? And she's not closing the door for the next 40 days. Analala na mlango ikiwa wazi.
Alikuwa analala hapo kwa hiyo compound.
Kwake tu.
Okay.
You sleep na mlango ikiwa wazi. And then everywhere is silent. No. I can't go through that. I can't go through that. What have you? How has been the journey? How has been the experience from the moment you were told, I'm sorry, we have lost him, until now?
First of all, I really feel for the lady, or you, or Wamezoea,
they feel it is normal. And she gets really angry.
That is
you
true.
Don't respect me as the wife of this bomber. Alafu you know bado wananyoa nywele, biti kwa mrefu aje utanyoa. And they really like that part. And oh wow.
Yes, I would say in a culture, that's the culture, and that's why babuna, before you even get married, I want to you cannot get married to a Luya man, if at all you were to. because of their culture. So we say that before you as the girl, my daughter,
Yes.
before you commit yourself, it is always very important to familiarize yourself with the culture across the road. And then you come to that point of accepting that, okay, this is fair, I can take it. Yeah, so some cultures are really punitive. Ekiagera onyomongi no yokwereiru, number one. She's being subjected to treatment which does not even befit a human being. But at the same time, because she is one of them and she is aware of the culture, then she's going to start complaining.
Yes.
You didn't see me like a wife. So I would say that that was a bit harsh.
They still do it.
Oh,
yeah, they
okay.
do it. They do it.
It's really unfortunate. I think this is why this day was brought up, to be able to eliminate some of these cultural practices that are very punitive to the widow.
Yes.
Now, you see, like, if you take this message there, bit by bit, every day, then over time, it is going to change. Well, on my end, and also to our people, yes, there are those cultures, but I think within Abantu Baito, Abagusi, most of those cultures have been gotten rid of. So the passing on of my husband, there was really nothing really tying, I would say, or that was so binding and punitive at the same time to his death. So it was a normal funeral, a normal burial, but what I would relate with this widow of Boruya Wakwana is the fact that after the burial,
The silence.
there is so much silence. You can hear a pin drop. All these people who used to visit you, they've gone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, my husband died during COVID, just when COVID was kicking in.
Yeah.
So there was so much fear. So immediately after the burial,
Kila mtu ameenda kwake.
there were quarantines. People are not visiting. You're not getting out of the house.
Yeah.
You are confused. Wakwereiru. You have gone through that period of mourning. You have buried your man, and then you are alone. Even you cannot pick your phone to call them because you don't know, even them, why aren't they calling you? And that is why Johan Nagotebinga, it can break your mind. You can get into madness by the fact that what you were used to is now gone and things just drastically change. It takes a lot of mental acceptance to be able to see that, okay, now things are different. The situation is different. I have to uplift myself. I have to live differently. I have a life to lead. And I have children who have been left under my care. So if you don't rise up, the more you take in that situation whereby you do not really realize yourself and realize where you are and accept. The moment you accept, then you know which steps do I take towards moving forward. And that is very, very important. The cultural practices or not, it is always very important to realize that this is where I am. And pick it up from there. Devise your ways of moving forward. Society has got its own way in the outlook of widows. When I talk about society, I talk about the church, I talk about your neighbors, I talk about your family. There is that gap that is left after the husband passes on. Or whatever, the widow in Luya land was sleeping with her door open. But I can say, I can simulate a practice like in Kisii, after your husband has died, your gate is left open. Not literally, but imaginatively, like the gate is open, people can throw stones your way, the family can abuse you, they can want and take whatever they want, because they are taking advantage of your vulnerability at that point. You're too low, you can't fight. Mtu anakuja anasema hii TV was for my husband, I want to take it away, they will take it away, because even the mourning process imekushusha chini kabisa, hawezi kujipigania. So even them, they are wise, they know she is at her lowest. So what do? Let us go. She cannot fight back, so let us go and take it away from her. And that happens in very many homes, and people are left desperate.
Last year we were battling with the cancer. My dad had cancer, and my mother alikuwa anamchunga pale hospitali Nakuru, and we could see how mother was scared. Home is care, and she was like, hakuna venye nitakuja na wewe hapa na tusirudi na wewe. There is no way. How am I going back without you? And there are times when hata mother angemguza tu akisikia apumui, she was to raise alarm. And he just got a deep sleep. There was a time dad couldn't even wake up after chemo and radiotherapy. Now the side effects and the medicine is too much. He was weak, he couldn't eat, and survived na maji. You could see how broken that woman was. But each time she used to pray and tell that man, you're going nowhere. When that man lost his mind, sometimes I remember telling Gonga na flask, you know they don't want to eat. Akamchoma mguu. She stood there. Bado anambembeleza kula. Paka sometimes we were like, no, mother, talk up or go sleep. She couldn't sleep. They could talk how much they miss their home. I don't know Father Kosawa. That is the best gift alitupatia Father's Day. Now, that experience, how mother was scared, see 1+1. Angejiuliza hao watoto mimi nitawaleaje? Wote wamemaliza shule. Mind you, I'm married to a last born. So, utasikia wakisema bado, hao watoto mimi nitawaleaje? Let us talk about parenthood, motherhood, na family life. How has been the experience? Abane miaka ile ngabarenge kerati mugete na sofa nakyo baralikuwa beire na nkere kikiri mugakuria nko weka so magwa bana aba ukurire whatever. I wish I could do this like I used to do it.
I'm sorry about your dad, but I'm glad that he's very well now. We celebrate him. So, when my husband died, I would say that I was on the advantage. Okay. The last born was in college, and at least walikuwa wametoka that age, that age whereby they really need that love and care at all the time. However, there is no adulthood in as far as child-parent relationship is concerned. It is a lifetime job. So, mtoto wangu is 35. I mean, it's still my child. I view him umwanone. That's how I view him. I really feel that I still have this responsibility as a parent to offer that parental guidance. Fathers or husbands, they are the men in society. Our society is made up of men and women.
Yes.
And this man was the father of my children. Much as they were adults, there was that share of his that was reserved in his children's life. There is the masculine energy that he dispenses unto the children. And without that, you know, there's a link. I mean, there's a missing object in the line. Imagine every day okolia obokima neri naw ina wereri kanangiri, and then tomorrow you're given have ugali goseri na budi okolia. It's not palatable to kunyara koria. So the children lost out on the male identity in their life. on the guidance that he used to give, on the laughters that he used to give to them. It's not really about material. It is more about emotional. Because 30 years, 25 years of living with somebody, there is that link that you create. The souls connect at a very high level. And you really depend that I'm going to wake up and I will find the day. So it was not easy for the children. Yes, we were all adults, but we, each one of us, each one of us was going through that mourning period differently. You cannot bulk a family. It is now mourning together because it is a family member who has died. It is every individual has to walk their path of mourning. The children still talk about him. I still talk about him. I'm still talking about him right now. Yeah, so there is no end to that. There's a link that is missing that everybody identifies with.
Now, when in 2018, we lost one of our favorite lecturer at university, Dr. Bob Mbori. May his soul keep resting in peace. So tulikuja Kisii matanga. Na Mbori akuwa amejenga kwake. Alikuwa amejenga a very beautiful home in Kakamega, a very beautiful home. Gorofa yenye imeenda shule. The wife used to stay there and he had 3 daughters.
Yes.
So tumekuja kutoka shule, tumekuja hadi Kisii kusindikiza mwili, look at the burial and everything, and he was a firstborn, so he was a breadwinner. And I guess the wife was never liked.
Okay.
And kumbuka matanga imekuja, so they have to build a house mbio, mali mwili itaekwa and everything. So a night after nyumba imemalizwa, msafara inakuja, they brought the other woman from Rwanda with a son.
Wow.
Who did class 8. Na wakamwambia ingie pale alale.
In which house?
Yenye mke amejenga aeke mume wake.
Okay.
And the following day when we thought drama was enough, wakiwa wamekaa kwa kibanda, they called the other woman, the brother to the late, the second born, called the other woman. He introduced the son to a point waneka mtoto asimame juu ya meza, that people can realize he had a son that is performing. He just recently did grade 8 and he was among the top students in the country. The son, yes, looked like the late, you couldn't deny. And then after wamemaliza mpaka the son ameongea, wakaeka mic juu ya meza and they were like, let the other family come and speak. So the daughters, they were old enough. The second born picked the mic, akaongea, akainvite the first born, the last born, and the mom finally wakaenda wakamshika, wakampatia mic, wakambe just speak. All she had to do is make sure she had laid her husband, and luckily she had a home in Kakamega, so she had to go back. I don't know after that how it went, but there is that struggle, the family struggle, the disrespect that me as a woman, I said, I can't stand that. Have you ever been able to rebuild your life back to track after you lost your husband?
Widows have a very long journey to tread. I want to imagine your lecturers, maybe they had only daughters?
Yeah, they had only girls, 3 girls.
Yes. And I think it's an almost accepted, in quotes, African culture that most men, our society does not place a lot of value on the girl child, which is really unfortunate.
That is 2018.
That is really unfortunate. So they say, like, there is no lineage in the girl. The girl will get married, again the guardia sakogenda, achivo create a family the other side. But you forget that this is your own flesh and blood. They had their children,
yes,
and they were happy, and there was nothing wrong. Then here comes the larger family is deciding for him upon his death. Because he's gone, I told you. Widows will be affected at their most vulnerable moment. That is, you know, they will look at the weakest link.
Especially he used to stand up for her, clearly.
Yes, you
And
see,
now he's not.
he knew, he protected her. Now they're looking at the weakest link, and that is where they will step on you, right from your head, and crush you.
People clapping on that son and not clapping on the daughters.
Yes.
Finished us as daughters.
This is because of the cultural mentality that we hold. Number one, they had absolutely no reason not to like her. And even if they did not like her, they did not have to subject her to that. One thing I say about widowhood, much as you treat this widow or widower in the wrong way, one way or another we are all gonna die. And you do not know who will go first. Whenever you look at your fellow woman or your fellow man, imagine that this was you in that position. How would you have liked to be treated? So rebuilding becomes very difficult. Almost what you know, she's lucky because she had a house. Yes. She can go and establish herself there. And let these people continue fighting with the boy child who was brought.
Yes.
But see, she will live with a wound in her life.
Yes.
These things that you do to people, they leave marks in their mind. All through, are they angry? So you break those bridges, you deconstruct them, such that one or two will cross to that part. So rebuilding, about rebuilding, it is a day-to-day job. It is one day at a time. When you're not properly guided, you go whatever. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no. I also have to do this. Oh no. Every year, every moment, every day as you live, now come up with something that you really have to do. And this is where I call to the empowerment of the widows. May they be assisted, may they get groups that are going to guide them forward so that they can be able to do things that are going to enable them live the life that they desire on this world. Yes.
Alright, asenga chebiro bya bere bikunyara kumenyoka kegima ningani obego kunyara kurwa ohosemia gochia somo buraka uri urigerere cyo muroberio mambe ya rero ebe niko aseli kuruboe unereri go burimo otebe kunkyo okoraga ikenya bisaganeke inkyo okoraga abana babona abayibi abana babalinge bamu muromento nonye yani akunereri go gari akireta akomia silent liagoteba mwako notarenge wanchaka kyo chomigere twarorera bangi bagwetera makomo mbose mikiura ruche sumubura koyo waligereti mambia rero sumutakani.
To my fellow widows and widowers. Ekero mugako oli osomo minori achire, that is it. Kaigocha koirana.
Yes.
Naborarire sembereria even for 1 year. He is never going to come back. They go, they never come back.
All right.
So then at this point, rise up. Now you cry, but you cry with wisdom. There is tomorrow. There are children. There is life. There is work that you have to do. You have to eat. You have to sleep. You need shelter. Toba isokocha wekera as a point okwe watoka. You know, wano na inche tigankwe ekiaira rinderionsio mwako linere na kwete gosomungi no lina kwete timwati value. There is reason why you are alive.
Exactly.
There is reason why you're going to be here. So I would say think a one size fits all kind of advice to widows, but the first thing is acceptance. Accept that a gap has been left.
Yes.
Secondly, when you identify that and accept, realize the paths that have been left open, and then figure out how to tread those paths. On your own, as a widow or widow, wa na bora nyore mna toko nyara. Associate yourself with persons of interest bali bara nyare ko gokonya. Talk to people who can guide you. If there are those family members who still want to listen to you, talk to them. Move forward with them. Don't suffer in that pain of widowhood. Because at the end of the day, we have groups like for widows, we have widows groups. Widowers group. We have widowers group. Widows groups. As where we go. We validate one another, and then after that we can realize projects. And let me tell you, Joanne, there are projects for every individual in the society, from the lowest mama mboga to even the richest. Everyone will find a fitting from that widowhood status. Let's not be desperate. Let us not seem like life is, yes, life can be served as a very sour lemon, but may we realize ways of getting out of it, uplifting us, so that we take care even of these children who have been left under our care. May we not no, let us tender them with a lot of love. And Monto, let's not allow that path to be so open such that yo montago chaonde wensi yo chanko na wogotachare oyonde anakuumiza, mwingine anakuchapa, mwingine anakufukuza kutoka nyumbani. There are means and ways of resolving those disputes within the widowhood and widow fraternity. Yes.
Alright, ambia mwana kegima mwanchumo ligererio KCTV oberega kunyara kubwati mu rubiri bwenyoni emambi ya lero ne Jumaine yekitariki 24 mutyenye noyo gatano nari mu mwaka no gwikiri bubere na 25 narorira se mitandao bagoteba happy birthday Mama Ngina Kenyatta. She turned 93 today.
Oh,
happy
she's a widow.
She's a widow too. Hugs wherever you are. I like how the children protect the kids. You remember Uhuru, the mothers, Uhuru went silent until when they stepped on the mom.
They said,
Kanyaga mimi. Don't you dare. Don't you try to do that, guys. Iyo musijaribu.
Mama yangu.
From 1978 to date, she's a widow. See 1+1. So to all the women out there, ababuraka tene nabokomo eunere ujumbe yane imambi ya lero mbia mona sukunyara bocha nagokire kwa bagingo nyara usanga nayo
mbia mona sana na nche nagokire. I hope my fellow widows and widowers ntunyara ku tujipe moyo that we have a role to play on this earth. Wherever you are, there is a way out. Kenenge yokere so fixed that you tanyare go change. Nago kire sana sedi tukoria rero.
Director Mtonga Kenya nere twagwatanana nere kura Sensimendi studio kwene kimuna chibicha na Mario gaberega kunyara ko mwikero murigereria senchera yo wikirano twarali tukurigia nyasayo yo.